Let me tell you a story that people in the mountains still whisper about, even today. Now listen carefully, because every part of this is true, or at least that's what the old folks say. There was once a man who left his homeland and built a whole new life overseas. He married a woman from far away, had 2 kids, worked hard, lived modern, all of that. But one day he decided it was time to take his family back home. Let my children see where their roots are, he said, and maybe hear some of the old stories. The only problem? The longer he had been gone, the less he believed in those stories himself. Anyway, they arrive, and the first thing he wants to show them is the forest the elders always warned him about growing up. A place you walk into carefully with your head low and your heart calm. They get a guide, an older man who clearly isn't playing games. He looks them straight in the eye and says, "This forest is not like the ones you know. If you want to walk here, you follow the rules." He tells them, no shouting, no name calling, no breaking branches, no littering, no messing with insects or animals, and respect everything you see. Simple, right? Except those kids were a handful. They were spoiled, loud, used to getting their way, the kind who throw tantrums at the worst possible time. And their parents, well, they weren't exactly strict. So they step into the forest, and before long, the kids are dropping candy wrappers on the ground, poking things with sticks, stomping on bugs like it's a game. The guide stops and tells the parents, if they can't behave, we need to turn back. But the parents barely raise their voices. A gentle, "Stop that, sweetie," and nothing else. You can imagine the guide's face. So they keep walking, and the further they go, the stranger things get. The air suddenly turns cold. The trees stop moving. That kind of silence that makes you feel like the ground is holding its breath. Then out of nowhere, whoosh! The blast of wind hits them so hard, the father almost drops his backpack. Leaves fly everywhere, branches shake like they're angry. And then, fog. Thick fog. The kind you can't see your own fingers through. They hear the guide muttering something under his breath. Sounded like a prayer or an apology, no one's really sure. But when the fog finally clears, the kids are gone. Just gone. No sound, no cry, no running, nothing. Just their footprints, and around those footprints, a whole ring of barefoot prints, big ones, all leading nowhere. Search teams come, locals help, even the embassy steps in, but they don't find a single clue. Not a jacket, not a shoe, not a broken twig, nothing. It's like the forest swallowed them whole. The guide takes the father aside and says, "You need to see the village medium." By then the mother is desperate, crying, willing to do anything. They go to the medium, and she tells them something that shakes the father. "Your children were not strangers here. They carry this mountain in their blood. The forest recognized them, and it did not like how they behaved." Then she tells them there's one chance to get the kids back, but they must follow the instructions exactly. "When you see your children," she says, "do not speak, not a word. Silence is the only way to bring them back." So that night, long after the search teams had gone to rest, they go into the forest with the medium. They wait, and then it happens again. The fog, the cold, the shift in the air. And out from the trees, the children appear, smiling, safe, reaching out for their parents. The father remembers the rule and stays silent, tears running down his face. But the mother, overwhelmed, relieved, heart exploding, calls out their names. And the moment she does, the kids vanish again, like someone switched off a light. Gone forever. Search teams tried again. Mediums tried again. Nothing worked. The parents eventually went home, broken, empty, carrying grief that aged them fast. But here's the part people still talk about. Every year, the parents return to that forest, and the villagers say that at dusk, if the wind is calm and the trees are listening, you can hear two small voices laughing in the distance, like they're playing hide and seek among the roots. Some say the kids became part of the forest, not lost, just living in a different way. But the parents, they still wait for the day the fog opens again and gives them back what it once took. This story is loosely based on Mount Nyangani, a mountain that is haunted by legends and stories of disappearances. It is often called the mountain that swallows people.